everybody, David Fierstein, Powercall Sirens, the Fierstein brand. This is Powercast. We are a live online way for you to watch us custom create your graphics, custom create graphics for you. And I've been called the Powercall Grandmaster again today, so that's my little lower third there, Powercall Grandmaster. We're doing this kind of early today, and the reason I'm doing this early today is just because we've got so many graphics to create from the last week, and me being out of town this weekend, I figured I would just start to do it now, and that way everybody can watch. So we are going to be working on customers' designs that have been ordered off of eBay, off of Etsy, off of all kinds of different places. So feel free to comment in, hit the subscribe button. Share it with your friends. Let them know that we are doing this, and we will go forward and keep on going. If you have any questions during this, feel free to chime in on a message on YouTube there. Feel free to hit me up for any questions that you might have while we're doing the designs. So we're going to switch over here real shortly to our custom graphics, which you will see here in just a second, and we are working on customers' reflective and non-reflective designs. If you'll bear with me for a second while I get everything up and going here. And again, hit the little subscribe button if you like what you see. Feel free to put any comments in there when you see what's going on, if you like what you see. And if you have any ideas about what you may want to create during this session, you can always shoot us a YouTube message, a Facebook message, an email letting us know, hey, look, can you do this? Can you do that? For a lot of you that haven't been on this before, or that may be watching it in the future, the whole goal of Powercast was to basically get you all online with us live to design stuff over the phone with you live so everybody can kind of watch. But what this has turned into more than anything is letting everybody kind of watch me design everybody's stuff, because what a lot of people have expressed is, you have a department of 30 or 40 people. You don't want to be that black sheep that gets on there and makes a funny design, and then all your guys joke with you. So understand that, and that's no problem. So again, this is more of letting you watch me make all the designs that people have asked us to make, and that gives you ideas about something that you may be able to create for yourself. And you're always welcome to chime in and let me know if you have any questions. Comments are always welcome, whether they're good or bad or whatever. Just make sure you hit that little subscribe button up there and share it with all your friends. So this is what we are doing right now. As you can see here, this is our non-reflective run. For those that haven't watched in the past, we do reflective, we do non-reflective. What you can't see in back of me over there is, because my chair's in the way, is if you can kind of poke your eyeballs right there, that's the reflective run right there. That's half of it. And then all the way back there is the non-reflective run. We only do a certain amount on runs because you don't want the run to get too big to where when it goes to cut it, it's all off because it's too long of a run. So this you see right here is the second half of our non-reflective run. The first half is already printed back there. So we're going to set this up to run next. So what we're designing now is our reflective run. So the first customer out of Espanola, New Mexico, appreciate the New Mexico orders. They have ordered a 12-inch reflective New Mexico Punisher decal. So we are going to design this. And again, this is just for you to watch what I do, watch how we do it, and then feel free to chime in for any questions while you're watching me do this. Next customer out of Dansville, New York, has asked for a really, 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 really tiny Trump Punisher head. We do a lot of these Punisher heads with the Trump hair on them, which is pretty funny. And people have asked for them in this really, really, really small size, like minusculely small. I guess it's for the back of their phones or something like that. So what we do is we'll take this really small Punisher and we'll fix the cut line so it doesn't cut crazy because it's so tiny. I know a lot of you don't understand what I'm doing when I'm doing this here, but I've got to make it to where it doesn't cut all these little areas because it's so small. So I have to alter some things here to make it cut correctly. So this they want right there, as you can see, they want that. And let me fix that. I have to fix all my layers for cut and print, which I know not everybody understands. So this, we have to create a cut path for this guy. And when I say cut path, there's a print path and there's a cut path. The cut path is what cuts. A print path is what prints. You have to basically tell the machine what to do, otherwise it won't know what to do. So this customer out of New York wants this in a 1.32 inch, tiny, tiny, tiny sticker. So you can imagine how tiny this little guy is right there. He's really small. So he wants one of those. Appreciate your order on that, even though it's small, which is cool. So we always save what we do here at Powercall, and we save it by the date. So if anybody ever chimes in and says we need something from this date, we can always go back and find it later. So again, we're doing this kind of early today just because we're working on it. And I know we don't get a lot of people that chime in on a Tuesday morning at 10:30 in the morning. We may do some later this afternoon as well, but since we're designing so much right now, I figured I would just do it. And if somebody logs on, that's great. If they don't, they can always watch it down the road. So the next item we have is a customer that wanted a Punisher skull in a silver, but with a gray backing. So what this is, if I can find it, is you can see this right here. That is what that customer has asked for. They are out of Glen Carbon, Illinois. Appreciate your business. I just got back from Chicago, and I saw my whole family out there, which was the most amazing time ever. And the hardest part about going back to work after you've seen your family is not thinking about your family. But you're always thinking about your family. So that was it's been rather trying to get back into the gist of things when you're thinking about your family reunion, which was amazing. So our next customer is out of Graysville, Tennessee. They have asked for our police fire blue red line decal. This was made by a friend of mine that runs with Fairfax County Fire and Rescue. And see if I can find this design. He drew this design, gave us the rights to it, and we print it for all of our friends. And I just have to find it. See if I can easily find this here. There it is, standing. So it looks like I have got to find the correct one, so bear with me a minute. Sometimes I just have a brain fart and I can't find what I've saved. It drives me crazy. You know how you have so many stickers that I could usually remember the names of most of them, but for the life of me, I am just brain farting on this one. There it is. So this is, he drew this. It's basically police fire with a police blue and red line, and we have a customer that has asked us to make this for him. We've got to change the colors to the correct color print here. So this customer has asked for this sticker in a 17-inch tall reflective decal. So we'll move our stuff to 17. Got a lot of customers this weekend that have asked for really large stickers. That customer is out of Graysville, Tennessee. Thank you so much. All right. So next customer out of Chandler, Oklahoma. I just made this sticker, and I believe, if I recall correctly, just made the sticker. He wanted a subdued olive drab Punisher, because normally it's the reflective material in the background. He wanted it subdued with like a gray background, which actually looks really, really awesome, in my opinion. One of the benefits of, again, our graphics, if you're not familiar, is you can customize anything on this. So let's say you said, hey, you know what, I really like that design that you made for that guy. Here's the design, but I want to do the red line instead. I can take that drab line and I can change it to red. Or I can change it to blue or orange or yellow or anything that you might want. So that's the benefit of all of our stuff. The X you see right there is not part of the design. That's, you just see that as, that's denoting my cut line. So that customer out of Chandler, Oklahoma has asked for that in a 12-inch, another big sticker, 12-inch reflective decal. That comes out really sharp. And again, you don't see that X when you print it. That's just something you guys see because it's part of the program. Really, really nice sticker. I love the subdued thing. That looks really, really good. So the next customer is out of some of these city names. These are crazy. See if I can pronounce this. Tonawanda, New York. He is just looking for a basic blue line Punisher sticker. Punisher stickers are still one of the most popular stickers that I sell. It's pretty crazy how many people want the Punisher sticker still. So this customer has asked for just a blue line. So that is what they are asking for. And they have asked for that in a 9-inch reflective. Again, bigger stickers this Tuesday. And I will post these on my platform here in a way where when I print them, it's easy for me to take up the space. So when you see me put them upside down like this, it's because I'm trying to take up the space without wasting space. So that's what we've got so far. He's asked for one of those. And again, feel free to chime in for any questions you have or comments you might want to make. If you like something, put a little comment in there. Let me know you're alive. But I'm alive. All right, so the next one we have is a customer in Gardner, Massachusetts. They have asked for one of our religious decals, which is our blessed decal. They have asked for that in blue, which is that right there. This is a die cut sticker. They want that in 6-inch. Die cut means it's just cut vinyl. There's no backgrounds. There's no nothing. It's just you cut it, you weeded the pieces out of the back. By the time you put it on your window, it is a die cut sticker. That is what they have asked for. Same goes with these things. You can customize anything you want. You want to put a different phrase above it, a name in it, a number in it. You can do all that kind of cool stuff. Customer out of Caroga Lake, New York has asked for some of our retired... Yeah, I hear you, Jared. I'm trying myself. I am trying to focus, and I can't. So that's so funny. When I read a comment, it makes me chuckle, and then I can't get my mind straight. All right, so we are looking for the retired sheriff. We had a customer that asked us a while back to make the sticker, but change it a little bit so it said retired in the bottom there versus something else. So we are going to take this. Now, this sticker itself is a tough sticker to print. The more graphically challenged that a sticker is, the longer it takes to cut. When we cut this sticker, boy oh boy, does it take its toll on my machines. So that customer has asked for that in a 4-inch reflective and a 2-inch reflective. So we are going to put the 4-inch right there. We'll duplicate it with our little lovely duplicate button, and we'll throw a 2-inch up there. So that's what they have asked for. All right. And again, for those that are watching now or that are coming on or that will watch this in the future, this is Powercast. This is just a way for you to watch us design the graphics that you want us to make. You're always welcome to chime in on a session where you can do it one-on-one with us and you can basically design something with us live. But again, we found that most people like to just watch me make what we make, and then that gives them ideas and they can do it on the side instead of having to be public in front of everybody. So feel free to chime in with any questions that you have. We have a lot of requests of people asking me just to do this. They don't care what time it is or they don't care what it is. It's cool for them to watch us make graphics, which gives them ideas. So lots and lots of requests to do it, daily. Just, hey, come on for 30 minutes or 40 minutes and make graphics and let us watch. It's, it's something which I definitely don't mind doing and appreciate the requests. And you're always welcome to put those requests in. Send me a Facebook message, send me an email, just say, hey, look, I want to watch you make graphics. Okay. I do it all day, every day, so why not? All right, so 1 asterisk red line decal. It's you can see there's a 1 asterisk down there, but the person wants the red-blue version that has police fire, which is this puppy right there. And we will go in there and make all the changes we need for our customer and make all the blues correct, make all the reds correct. I changed the color of the reds to match the printer that I'm working with, so if I don't change the colors correctly, it won't print correctly. So we have a customer that wants that in a 6-inch and a 4-inch. Now we already have the 4-inch, but when somebody asked us to make a 6-inch and a 4-inch, I always end up doing them together because just in case one of the colors is off, you don't want to accidentally, you know, make one that has a different color. So when I do this, I'm going to do a 6-inch right there, and I'm going to duplicate it and pop a 4-inch right next to it. That way when they get their sticker, they are guaranteed to be identically the same color. All right. So here's where we are so far, minus my big head in the middle. There you go. It's a little bit of a better shot. That customer is out of Auxier, Kentucky, Auxier. We do a lot of business on eBay and Etsy. A lot of these customers are from eBay because we have a big platform on eBay where people go in there and they look at our eBay stuff. If you've never heard of it, it's Jake Designing. There's actually a website, jakedesigning.com, which I'll show you in a little while, which you can always log on to and look at all of our stuff on eBay. All of our stuff on eBay requires free shipping because that's what eBay's thing is now. So everything on eBay has free shipping. So we have another customer out of Denver, Colorado. See, an easy city and state to remember. They have asked for the 2 asterisk sticker. They've asked for the tattered version of that. So we are going to pop in the 2 asterisk decal right there. For those who don't know what that means, that's Canine, a police officer, and his dog. 1 asterisk is just your police officer. You have 1 ass, 2 risk. Get it? 1 asterisk, for those that didn't know that. Believe it or not, you'd be surprised how many people don't know that. So I like to try to explain it. 1 asterisk is a police officer, risking his ass. And 2 is him and his dog. Alright, so they have asked for those, one of those in 6-inch. And I'm not sure why she gave that to me, because there's only one of those. 2 asterisk. Huh. She gave that to me, but it doesn't need to be made, so okay. So we'll put that on the screen just in case it's there for a reason. Maybe I missed something. Alright, so next customer out of Pinon, Arizona. Pinon. They have asked for one of our die-cut flag decals, which I'll show you here in a minute. So when this sticker prints, it's the gray that you see there is white and the middle is blue. But the way we cut it is we do that. So this is actually a flag that's white and blue with a blue line, but you don't see that on here because we are printing it. But that's what that customer has asked for. We run out of those pretty commonly, and they stink to weed because of all the little stars, but it's a very popular little sticker there. Alright, so appreciate that order. The next customer we have is an Etsy customer out of Glen Olden, Pennsylvania. They have asked for the multi, I call it the thank you flag, but you'll see here in a minute. They have asked for this sticker, which again, this is a great way for you to watch how we can change things up. Like, you can look at this sticker right now and say, I want the blue line changed to red. I want the gold line changed to pink. I want the drab line changed to purple. And instead of thank you, I want to put my police officer's name, or I want to put my department's name, or anything. You can customize anything you see here, no matter what it is. The flag stays the same, but I can change the color of all of the lines. I can change the text. I can make it whatever size you need. Just remember while y'all are watching that all of the stuff that I do here is totally customizable to whatever you want it to do. The best way to do that, and I stress this because on our website you pay a customization fee because it has to be specially designed. If you do it with our Powercast system live with me temporarily or for however long that lasts, You don't pay customization charges because we do it live, which helps promote our Powercast service. So if you want to do something live, make sure you pop over to our Facebook page and hit the book now, schedule a time. We'll get on for about 15 minutes and we'll do a custom design while you watch. It'll save you a few dollars on your customization fee. Now we sell a lot of this in 7 by 4.2. So instead of just doing one, we'll do a whole handful of them. That way we have extras. So we'll do a whole bunch of those. So generally when I have a print this size, I'll stop here and I will throw this to my printer because it's a specific size where I know the cut path is going to line up. The cut path is going to line up really, really nicely. So we're going to dig through our regular stickers here and see if there's anything else that we could put in those little areas that, you know, we have an area up here to the upper right where you can put stuff. And I'd rather do that than waste the money or waste the space. So here's a really good one. Somebody wants a 4-inch reflective of this blue line. Customer out of Silver Spring, Maryland, which is local to me. They want these in 4-inch, which means we must be out of 4-inch. So we will flop this back over and put a 4-inch right there. Yes, that's a Ring doorbell if you don't have one. It'd be crazy how many people hear that sound when they're out, just out and about, and they hear that. Everybody's like, that's a Ring doorbell. I wonder if the person that created the Ring doorbell ever wondered that if everybody heard that sound. It's like back in the day when we had Nextel. Remember when we had Nextel and you'd hear, boom, everybody would look at their Nextel phone? Customer out of St. Cloud, Florida wants this same sticker in 2-inch. So we obviously are out of 2-inch reflective stickers. So it's a great thing right here to add as a filler, basically. Since we're out of those, we'll end up making a bunch of these to take that extra space up. The goal you'll see me here when I do my graphics is you have all this space. This is the material that I use is really expensive, so you don't want to waste space. If you've got space like over here next to the New Mexico Punisher, why would you leave all that blank? It's put stuff there. That way you don't waste all that money. So we have a customer from our Etsy account, which is out of Astoria, Illinois. Love my Illinois peoples. Man, do I love the food in Illinois. Woo! It's crazy. I don't know if you guys ever know anything about Illinois, but Lou Malnati's is like the boom jiggity pizza. Holy crap, is it the fucking best pizza ever in the planet? Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, I went there and I got a big old pizza. I ate as much as I could. And as I'm sitting there waiting for my pizza with one of my most favorite cousins, Lauren. Miss you already. You are awesome. The connection that our family has is amazing. I love the family connection that all of our cousins have. While I'm sitting there waiting for my pizza, I looked over in the freezer and I saw all the frozen pizzas. And I'm like, I can't bring them home with me. This sucks. So I got on their app right there as I'm waiting for my pizza, and I ordered 4 of them to be delivered to my house. And they're going to be here tomorrow, and I cannot wait for them to come in. Because when they do come in, I'm going to invite my whole family over, my mom and my stepdad, and we're going to have pizza, and we're going to eat like pigs. Yeah. All right, so that customer wanted that specific sticker. And lots of bumper stickers again. All right, so let's check to see if we have anything easy to throw in there. Okay. So we're going to basically just duplicate this because that will help take our space up. And then we're going to throw this to print. So basically what I do when I throw this to print is I've got to look at my whole design and I've got to make sure that my print path and my cut path are set. Because if I do it wrong, then it'll print the cut path and it won't cut. So you see my whole layout right here. I'm going to take me out of the picture for a minute. You see my whole picture right there, right? So what I do is I basically remove my print path, which what should happen when I do that is it should show my cut path only. And that's what that does right there. So I know now when I go to throw this to print that everything is correct. If I took that print path off and I still had colored stuff there, then I'll know that my layers were not correct. So now what I can do is I can take this, I can save this in the format that I need to go to my printer. And the way I have my stuff set up is I go to my remote desktop. I remote desktop around all the network PCs in my office the way I have it set up. So now that this is saved in the correct format, I'll take this over to my other machine and we will basically bring this in to that machine. This is another computer on the other side of the office back behind me that runs those special printers. So now you see that's the design that we just made. I make sure my cut paths are set correctly. And then basically I send this over to my machine. And I wait for a minute or so. And however long it takes, depending on the amount of graphics I have, depends on how long it takes to go over. This is now going to go over to my RIP program, which will send it to my printer, which will go over to the printer. So once that analyzing document goes away, it'll head over to my what we call raster link. We'll wait for it to populate up on the screen, and we will send it to the printer. Now, if you recall this graphic right here, the thin blue line deputy, that is so detailed, believe it or not, inside that's what takes. Now you'll see a black screen here in a minute. It takes a long time to process this whole design just because of that graphic. It's crazy. So you're going to see the reading over here. You'll see reading. You'll see the progress where it's reading the file. It'll get up there to 100%. It'll give me a rip. It'll give me a cut. I'll send it over to the printer, and then a few minutes later, it'll start printing, and that's how we do it. So that's kind of a walkthrough of how we design something and how we send it over to the printer. You can see it just populated up there as cut. You can see that. And in a second here, you'll see a print. Give it a second. Here's ring again. Usually means they're dropping something off. UPS or FedEx or mail, or the wind's blowing really bad and the flag's blowing in front of the house. You have a flag in front of your house? You should if you don't. So now we got both. We'll bring this up. We'll make sure our you can see once this populates on our screen. I know we're a little bit delayed from what you see, but I'm watching it here on my phone. So now if you can see that little dotted line around there, as long as I can see that dotted line around there, I know I'm in my print path to my machine. I hit print, and then it takes a few minutes because of that of that specific file, and we move on. So we're ready. Also, we could technically take this design also and send it over as well, but there are a few things we can put on here. We don't want to put too much on this because this is this flag is a 34-inch flag. It's 34 inches by 20 inches. It's really big, so we don't want to cut much more on this one just because of the amount of stuff on there. So I think what we'll do is we'll duplicate a couple things to take up the space. Somebody asked for a Forest Service decal. One of my most popular decals is my Black Sheep decal, which I've put a couple flames on the inside there as well. If you don't know what a black sheep is, it's the people who are the outcasts, the people who do things they're not supposed to, the people who do things to stand out. You're the black sheep. I was one of those many, many years ago. I saw differently with my fire chief at the time, and I thought it was funny to put a sticker on the side of my helmet that said disavowed. I didn't get along with somebody specifically, so I voiced my opinion, and I was demoted because of it. And I thought it'd be funny to put a disavowed sticker on my helmet, and my duty crew followed suit, and a couple of them did the same with me. And you can imagine I didn't get much farther up the food chain when I did that, but I learned my lesson as I got older. I just think it's funny to go back and talk about all the things you did when you were younger that got you in trouble. I still have that helmet back there too. All right, so this is the non-reflective, and it's done. Again, we're going to save this to go over to the other machine. I am sure that everybody who is watching this and everybody who hasn't watched this has done something to piss somebody off in their department. And you know what? I say, if you haven't got suspended, then you haven't fought fire. You haven't been a fireman unless you've been suspended for something. So, all right. So this is going to take a while to head over because, as you can see, we're still running. We're still trying to populate this one because of that one sticker. So let's move over to some other ones. So how far are we here into this? We're about 34 minutes in. We'll go for about another 5 or 10 minutes, but try not to go over 30 minutes too much. It gets kind of boring for people. All right. So again, I go off your suggestions. I go off what you all want as customers. Most of my customers want to watch what we make and want to watch us design their stuff. Try not to go over 30 minutes too much just because a lot of people don't like to watch constantly, but some people do. When they're bored, they can just sit here and scroll through it. So I go off your suggestions. If you want to see this, please send me a message. Send me a comment. Send me something saying, sure, I don't mind watching. Just something that, if it's something that you don't mind doing, that you want us to keep doing, we'll keep doing it just to give you ideas on what you can make. Just remember that we're a custom graphic company. We can make anything that you want. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to go for about another 10 minutes, and then we'll call it for this afternoon. Maybe we'll do another one tonight. I've got some things to tell you about before we close out here. So I've been on for about 35 minutes. We'll go for another 10 minutes. I'll give you a few announcements, and then we'll call it an afternoon for you guys so you can get back to what you're doing. Oh, let's see here. So the next item we have is a gentleman out of Niceville, Florida. What a nice name. Niceville, Florida. They have asked for this sticker in red, 5" by 3". They just want a regular red sticker. Same deal with this one. You don't have to have the word Trump in there. You can have whatever you want in there. You can have your lieutenant in there. You can have firefighter in there. You can have your company name in there. You can put any kind of text in there you want. It's the benefit of Powercall and Powercast is you can create whatever you want. Okay, you hear that beeping in the background. That basically tells me that something's getting ready to print. There you go. Locating. You can see locating there. Now we're starting to print. And then we'll bring in our other file, which is our non-reflective file. We'll make sure that's set up correctly. And again, we're not going to go too big on this, so we're going to get rid of these, and we're just going to print this first. So we'll send that guy over. And then that will show up on our non-reflective run. And we will print this guy. So the one machine that you can see in the background there, you can see it. My chair in the way. You see that running right back there. That's the reflective machine. That's running reflective material constantly back and forth and back and forth. The other machine, which my big bald head's in the way, is, let's see if we can, there it is. See that machine back there? Yep, that machine right there. That's the non-reflective machine. That'll start running here really, really shortly, and then you can kind of see what has happened there as well. So, back to this for just a little bit. So we have a customer out of El Segundo, California. I tell you the city names and all that stuff just because it's nice to know that we go all over the world and all over the states. I always express my appreciation because I absolutely appreciate the business from everywhere that it comes from. It's cool to see how we've grown over the years, that people from all over the world buy from us and find us. So remember to stay tuned here for about another 10 minutes because I've got some announcements to tell you about. Just some things to go over with you real quickly before we head offline. So our El Segundo, California has asked for the thin pink line in the 3x5 and the little small 1.1.5. So that's what that is. And then we have a customer out of Farmington, Minnesota that has asked us for the thin blue line, thin red line tattered flag. which we always run out of, even though I make a gazillion of them. And that is this design right there. They've asked us for that design. The reason that the reason that you see like these little dots in there is that's not the way it prints. That's a setting on my machine that basically tells me how to print it. Like it overlaps on top of it so you don't get the gaps in between there. You may not understand that, but I do. So it's just the way I print it. They've asked for that in a regular, and they've also asked for that in a mirrored. Yes, we can take any sticker you want and we can mirror it, which basically will make it the reverse way, so you can see how the flag stars are facing the other way. We could do that with any of our stickers. Let's see. So, lots of political stickers. As you all know, we do a lot of political-based stuff, regardless of who it's for, regardless of what it's for. If you want it and it's custom, we make it. Customer I actually just dealt with on eBay out of Galveston, Indiana. He asked for the Caution Canine that's going on something metal, he said. This is made out of reflective black. It's die-cut vinyl, so it's die-cut, which means there's no backgrounds. It's just the actual reflective lettering that we cut for him. He asked for that in a 6-inch tall black. So that is what we've designed for him. And then we also have a customer, which I'll show you what we did here. We have a customer that asked for our Move Over, it's the law decal. For those of you from out of state, or for those of you that aren't familiar with what this is, the Move Over law, oops, all right, hang on a second. The Move Over law is basically something that started, I believe, in Maryland, and it may be all over the place now, but it basically reminds people that are driving that don't pay attention to move over when they see emergency lights. This decal was made in a 15-inch reflective vinyl for, again, a city name I just can't pronounce, Manitowoc, Wisconsin. Manitowoc, Wisconsin. They asked for 2 of those, and it's really glad that I looked at this because I made 1. So I need to make another. So they asked for that one. The Move Over, it's the law. It's really big around our area where it tells you if you're, and I'm sorry, I'm going to say it, if you're an idiot and you don't pay attention when you're driving and you look at your phone while you're driving and you see emergency lights, whether it's for a tow truck or a fire truck or a police car, move over. Because when we're on the scene and we're doing our job, we can't always have our eye over our shoulder watching you. So make sure that you remind all your people who don't pay attention when they're driving to pay attention and move over. And and if they see emergency lights, move a lane over. If it's a police officer, a firefighter, if it's road construction, it doesn't matter what it is. If you see blinky lights on the side of the road, move over so you don't hurt somebody. Basically, it's easy, but it takes common sense, in which a lot of people just, I'm sorry to say, just don't have. And y'all know that. A person is smart, people are stupid. That's what we always tell people. A person is smart, people are stupid. So remind all your friends to move the heck over. Because let me tell you, when I'm on a fire scene, when I'm on an auto accident scene, I like to drive because I'm tired of being an officer, so I like to drive. So when I'm there, I always have to be looking over my shoulder because people just don't pay attention, especially in Virginia. If you've ever, it's ridiculous. So enough. I'm not going to rant about that anymore, even though I did already. All right. So now that I saw that, so that was cool. We had another customer out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, that asked for a USA Black Silver line. He wants it in 12-inch. We did it this way. You see all those little lines because that's the way it's our print overlap setting. That's not the way it looks when you actually print it. So that's what that is. And lots of new orders for custom decals, which is very cool. Lots of bumper sticker orders. Bumper stickers. I spent all day making bumper stickers, and I still need to make more bumper stickers. Good problem to have. Okay, so... Alright, so I say we call this now. I'll talk to you guys about a few things, and then I'll let you off the horn for a little while. So, remember that the X71A and the Powercall UDX, sorry, brain fart, thinking of two things at once. The Powercall UDX7 is available. You can go onto our website, and you can click on to... You can go onto our website, and you can click the Powercall Sirens Emergency tab. Go to the Powercall Sirens tab down there. You can see the new UDX7. You can see all the way on the right the new X71A. Those are our new sirens. They're going very, very, very well. Very, very popular sellers right now. We will not run out of stock on them because I've made 500 of them. I'm in the middle of 50 of them right now. The UDX7 is eventually going to overtake the DX5200. The X71A is eventually going to overtake the X71. You can see the X71A is $199. The X71 is $199. We will be having a sale on the X71 in the next 2 hours to clearance out the older X71s. We'll be keeping a handful of them for warranty purposes, but we will be having a sale on the X71, the older version, this afternoon, so you may want to keep on our Facebook page for that. Second thing is the mobile app. I've been working on a mobile app for the Google Play and for the app stores for a while now. So eventually, hopefully tomorrow or the next day, we'll have a final draft of it. Hopefully by the end of this week, we will have the Powercall Sirens mobile app, which is a much, much cleaner way to scroll and order things through the website. I'm not a big, huge fan of my mobile site right now. It just doesn't. It works really well, and I've never had anybody complain. But I complain just because I just don't like. I don't like the functionality of the look of it. So I've been creating a mobile app for a while. So we will have a Powercall Sirens mobile app that will be available on the iOS Store and Google Play when it's released. I will let everybody know. All of our social media will have when it's released. It will be on the website here as well, letting you know that the mobile app will be coming out in the very near future, hopefully in the next few days. I believe the target date was to do a finals test on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. Sirens. One of our Powercast sessions here is going to be used and refurbished sirens. I have probably a half a dozen of them that people have asked about. I'm actually going to be building a number of additional refurbished sirens. This is due to the fact that we're switching over from the DX to the UDX. And so if you're interested in anything used or refurbished, like an air horn, I'll have some air horn packages which are actually brand new for $99. I'll have some refurbished DXs and X71s and stuff like that. 6 atoms, so keep your eyeballs on that. In reference to our Powercast, I do everything on YouTube now. I'll usually put a banner on YouTube letting everybody know, hey, if you want to watch, come over to YouTube, and that way it doesn't clog up our Facebook page with video after video. And then you can always go to YouTube and share this. If you haven't, please share this with all your friends. Let everybody know about what we do here. Have everybody go onto our YouTube page and let me see here. Stand by a second. Okay. So have everybody go onto our YouTube page, and you can hit the subscribe button, and you can subscribe to our YouTube page, and you can watch. Even it says live now. We're live right now. If I clicked on this, you'd probably see us. So make sure tell everybody to go over to our YouTube page and subscribe to us, and get us some more followers on there. Everybody likes to watch, and if there is anything that you would like to see us do on Powercast, it doesn't matter what it is. If you want to watch us make and embroider a hat, if you want to watch me engrave a cup, which we will be doing this week, if you want to watch graphics, if you want to see me build a siren, if you just want to watch stickers print, if there is anything that you guys want to watch or do live, please feel free to send me a message. That's what this whole process is about, is getting live with you guys, getting this face-to-face connection so you see who's making your stuff, how we make it, instead of just getting something in the mail and not know where it's coming from. So I believe that is it for the day. If you have any questions, I may be on later tonight. I'm not sure. I usually only try to do one of these a day, but it all depends on what's going to go on this afternoon. I've got soccer with my kid tonight, so this may be it for the day. But again, if there's anything you want to see, one more thing I'll show you real quick. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Give me a second. So if you go on to our Facebook page, if you go onto our Facebook page, you will see the Book Now button right there. Okay, that is, if you want to do something live, you're welcome to do something live with me. You hit the Book Now button, choose a date, choose a time. You and I will get on the horn live together. I'll call you on Skype. You don't have to have Skype. It's just the way I call you. That way everybody can hear what we're talking about. We'll contact you 15 minutes prior to getting online. We'll go over together what it is you're looking to do, so we have our ducks in a row. And we'll basically design whatever you want to design live so everybody else can watch. It's a great way for everybody around our community to look at what we can do, what the possibilities are, get an idea from what you're looking to do. And then once we design your item, if you want to post it on our website, you can go to our website, you can order it. It's always there if you need it. There's quantity discounts, multiple sizes, multiple options, and stuff like that. So if you're interested in doing something live, or, the other thing was a friend of mine said to me the other day, he's like, I don't want to do it live, but I want to watch you do it live. So if you have an idea that you want me to make, or you want me to make something, just send me a message, and when we go live to do what we're doing today, we'll just do it. That way you can see it. You don't have to be known if you don't want to. So that's the way you do the Powercast, is to go to the Facebook page and just hit the Book Now button. So that is it for the day. I think we are set. If you have any questions, remember, I have a Facebook Messenger. We have our support at powercallsirens.com email. We're on Skype at Powercall Sirens. LinkedIn, we're on all the social media networks. I don't do a lot with Twitter, but we're on Twitter. But use Facebook and Skype because it's a whole lot easier. Remember, head over to our Facebook page or our YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and encourage your members and all your friends to subscribe to the Powercall Sirens YouTube channel. So when we go live, you all can come on and watch us, and we can just kill it like we do to help our customers. God bless you all. Have a fantastic day. Shoot me a message if you have any questions. Be safe, and we'll talk to you soon.